For the first time since National Cabinet was established in March, the Premiers and Prime Minister will meet face-to-face in Canberra today for their last meeting of the year. Let's go live to Canberra now, and we are joined by our political reporter, Jonathan Lee. Jonathan, good morning. There will, though, be one notable exception.
Yeah, Pete, in what has been an incredible year, it continues to play out all the way through to Christmas. Mark McGowan, the West Australian Premier, doesn't want to be in the same room as the South Australian Premier, Stephen Marshall, because of COVID restrictions. Basically, those in Western Australia can't go to South Australia and vice versa. Even though everyone can come here to Canberra and mingle happily, he doesn't want to come and be in contact with the South Australian Premier because he says he'd have to go back and quarantine for 14 days. Unusual rules, unusual times, but it's all what we've come to be accustomed to when it comes to COVID and 2020. But this is the first time most of the Premiers and the Prime Minister will all be in the same room together. In fact, it's the first time they've all been together since they last did it in March. As you can see the pictures there, they've had 32 meetings since then. We've gone from talking about a pandemic to almost eradicating it in the nation. So quite incredible when you start to look at how the rest of the world is doing. Let's bring up the graphic and show viewers what they will be discussing at this meeting. Top of the list, as always, is the economic update. There will be a presentation given from the Treasury Secretary, Stephen Kennedy. There will also be the COVID update, the vaccine rollout. Australia still on track at this stage for March, even though it's happening much sooner in the United Kingdom at the moment. Border management, the 3 steps to reopening. The hope that we will all be reopened by Christmas, that depending on Western Australia at the moment. And the 2021 priorities. Mental health is also on that list. That's what Dan Andrews is keen to talk about today.
Of course, we'll talk about trying to repair the damage of this pandemic. Jobs, investment, confidence, all those things are always important. But I think from a reform opportunity, mental health, we can't let this pass us by. The time has come for us to build a much better system.
And Pete, there was a special meeting and drinks last night. All the Premiers got together at Government House with the Governor-General for drinks, and then they all had dinner with the Prime Minister at the Lodge. We'll have some of those pictures later in the morning.